How's it going, Rackle viewers? Grim Gaddy right back into it with another Grim Rolls Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition session of this wonderful homebrew, the Esterisle Cartography Guild, DM'd by our wonderful man, Legion. Woo! And first and foremost, thank you for all those that actually watched my weird D&D with the Discord one-shot. I basically ran with a couple of fans, just because they kind of wanted to get a grasp on it, and one guy I literally owed a game to. I was authentically surprised to see just how much attention that got on the channel compared to my usual D&D shenanigans and BSery, which granted, unless it's like, say, Curse of Strahd or something, it's the first episode, doesn't get a whole lot. So again, thank you for that. Like, that was an awesome thing to wake up to see that, like, top of my charts for a while there. I think it still is, oddly enough. For those curious about that campaign or anything, again, that was just a one-shot I did for the Discord itself, just because a couple of people were really curious of how to play D&D, how to use Roll20, all that. So I kind of twisted a homebrew campaign I was working on, as I've said many times, into a kind of trainer one-shot. But they all enjoyed it, I enjoyed it, and I can't wait to do the real thing with a group. Still debating when that's going to happen. That's it, enough of my shameless self-promotion. Let's go ahead and join the Discord with everyone else who's already slowly trickling in.
It's a weird, like, circle, but not noodle, but you want to know what I put on the noodle was bruschetta and pesto.
You had a singular, circular, but not circular noodle? Bruschetta and pesto.
So what the noodles look like?
This is the conversation I jump in on.
I mean, I'm not super thrilled about it either, if I'm honest.
I mean,
I don't know what it means.
It's far more casual than some of the weirder ones I've jumped in on that someone literally have commented on, and it's like, dude, you're timing this and making this up. It's like, no, this shit actually happens. That's just timing.
Yeah,
These
that's
are
fair.
like, they hold sauce so well. That beautiful pesto and bruschetta is so good.
Casarecce.
Casarecce.
So you're just the cousin of those nacho bowl chips that people eat?
Are you, what?
I think I know what he's talking about.
Are you talking about
Each one of us.
just a bowl chip? Because this isn't anything like that.
Oh, this is like a taco.
They're both folded up to hold sauce better.
Those are literally
These
a
are
bowl.
objectively the same thing.
Yeah, that's true, actually.
That's like
objectively.
saying a coffee
Yeah.
cup is objectively
Why
the same
did
as
you
a
put
bowl.
chips in your
He said objectively.
pasta?
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna stop you right there. Why is a coffee cup not the same as a bowl? You can do the same things with both of them.
I'm not gonna
No,
lie,
because
Is
I've
it
the bowl
marginally
is
higher,
rounded.
harder? Maybe.
in his defense, weirdly enough, no, I've legit used like big ass freaking mugs as like cereal bowls when no one did the freaking dishes in I don't know how long.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, you wouldn't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
I would
normally
use
do that,
Tupperware.
honestly.
I wouldn't drink coffee out of a bowl. Is all I'm saying.
What? Are you afraid?
I mean, yes.
You
I
needed
don't
that much
know.
caffeine. I don't see why you wouldn't do that and just say you had one cup. No bowl.
No, I just have a mug the size of my head.
See, the thing
And you
is,
could use that as a bowl.
I mean, I could, but it's
I won't.
big ass coffee cup. So good. It's like 18 cups. That's like the most exaggeration I probably could have.
I'm going to say that's shocking. I could see you owning like a 4-cup coffee cup, just like how I know some girls who have wine glasses that are 750 milliliters.
This coffee mug is like 4.5 cups.
Michael, I'm sure.
That is way too much
Most
coffee.
cups are like 2 cups.
See, like, well, that's
Isn't-
probably, it's fun to have. I feel like that's way too much. Because then you're at the point of, like, it's too hot, and then you have, like, a 5-minute period where it's perfect, and you have to down the whole thing then, otherwise it gets cold.
Why is
Nah,
the coffee cup?
I don't have the problem of it is cold now. Because I have to chug it as fast as humanly possible before the baby starts crying.
Yeah, that's true. Before the baby says, I want coffee, where's mine?
Yeah, I've tried. He doesn't seem interested.
It's not an amino acid. He don't give a fuck.
It's true. I put some amino acids in his coffee.
Kramer.
I mean, it would probably work.
No. You know what you should do is you should try that. Report back on how it tastes.
Well, I mean, judging by how formula smells,
Bad.
probably bad. Yeah. If I had to
Babies,
guess.
dogs, cats.
Were you going anywhere with that one?
I mean,
You're naming animals?
all of their food is disgusting.
Ah,
You're just like, oh, you should eat this and be happy.
That's because we give them bad food.
Yeah.
I mean,
What?
They like it. Why do they like it?
well, see,
because they don't know good food.
They don't know better.
I mean, well, we don't give them
Oh,
anything
fuck yeah,
else,
food.
really. It tastes better than the generic food. But no, the weird thing, so I used to have, like, these Obo Roberto pepperoni sticks as, like, a snack back when I was a kid. Like, I had them damn near all the time. And my friends always knew I had them. So at one point, I actually had dog treats that were roughly the same shape. Like, they were just sticks of meat.
Oh no.
Yeah, I actually gave one of those to my friend saying it was one of those pepperoni sticks. He started just mounting down the damn thing. And it shocked me because he didn't react to it until, like, he was halfway done. I said, dude, that's a dog treat.
Yeah, you don't really taste
He was like,
things
"You been eating dog treat?"
That's literally his response. He was like, dude, why are you eating dog treats? Like, I'm not eating dog treats, you asshole. I force fed you one. I thought it'd be funny.
Fucking, like, you know, we don't know why, like, it's like, yeah, like, dogs and cats like this food because they don't know better. I'm sure, like, the elder gods were looking down on us and like, these humans, they eat this shit? They don't know what
Because,
real
like-
food is. They don't eat
Because, like-
planets?
My
Look,
cat,
what
at the
the
very
fuck?
least, she knows the difference. Because if you're eating fucking human food, she's like, damn, give me some of that shit, it's good. But she still eats her fucking cat treats. Like, what?
I mean, I've seen your cat. She's clearly pretentious.
The fuck did I just hear?
I don't
Don't
know.
worry about it.
People yelling in the background, just the
I was
usual.
ignoring it.
People yell in the background.
I can yell in the
They
foreground
don't.
if you want.
Oh, yeah, sure, go
I
for
mean,
it.
Like in
We're
nature,
waiting.
feline
We're waiting.
creatures, they
No,
just eat raw
I don't want to
flesh.
disturb. I don't want to disturb my roommate.
Oh, okay.
wow.
Like
This
raw
fucking
meat
guy
has to be way better than like fancy feast.
just straight
It
lied
is.
to us.
I'll yell in the foreground. No.
Are we
Doesn't
gonna
do
start D&D?
I guess we
Matthew.
can start D&D.
That's
Uh,
true. Are we starting?
I mean, Matthew is not here, but
Oh, it's 7:37. Fuck that guy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Spirit.
I
It's
mean,
a whole
that's,
ass
you know,
plane.
he'll show up. He might just be staying a little bit after. I'm not super worried about it. Fuck, you know, I did all this work to like make sure that I wasn't gonna get like completely
Derailed.
and I just completely just fucking sideswiped by some bullshit you guys wanted to do, and I just didn't write a recap. So we're gonna do the thing where I just make one up. Last time, you guys had gone down in a diving bell towards the Leviathan School on the request of your friend and co-captain Lambert. I should really stop the whole co-captain thing because I just don't know what to do with it anymore.
I'll say, Sen's now the captain.
It doesn't matter.
I know.
Having already fought a few conjured creatures and also prevented the summoning of one particular encounter, you guys had finally gotten down into what seems to be some sort of trial area where a series of challenges and puzzles presented themselves to you, which surprisingly enough, as much as a typical D&D party stumbles about itself for the first like hour and a half of a puzzle session, you guys got through with it like pretty much in record time, and went further into the school. Getting down into the bottom floor, however, you were greeted by a strange squid-like creature, obviously not of this plane. And after some talk about you guys moving out of its way and allowing it to escape, he just got fed up with all of your talking and decided to just move you, basically, which led to a fight that eventually ended when you guys used 2 of your rift seal pikes that you were given at the surface to banish the creature. After a quick rest, you guys went further in and used kind of like a code, I guess you would say, that you received from the previous puzzles in the other room to open up the mechanism that held the Leviathan School tome. After which, you stayed in the school for a day or two while Q made just so many things. Oh god. And it essentially got you guys stacked in terms of magic items, except for one of you. And as you guys approach the surface up into the area around Vale, you guys kind of just continued about your way. Before you guys go to Tortana, though, I believe Sen wanted to shop. So it looks like we're going to be doing some shopping in Vale today. Is there anything in particular that we're looking for? Anyone? Everyone?
I'm just buying components for making a spell.
Yes. I mean, yeah, those are easy to find. It's fucking Vale. You can't walk down the street without finding a shop for that.
Should probably buy the materials for those insignias, because then name Q doesn't have to spend an hour a day each time making them.
I mean, yeah, I mean, I guess, but like, it's an hour per short rest.
Okay, that's not so bad then.
Yeah. Like, by the end of the day, like, because it'll take, I think it was like something like 26 hours or something to get back to Tortana.
Right. Okay, yeah.
Something like that. I mean, I don't
apologize.
really...
Cheeseburger!
You're good.
No, you can't has.
So in terms of that stuff, I mean, like, by the time that you guys get back to Tortana, he would have already been done with it anyway, so it doesn't really like save much time.
That's fine.
I wouldn't say. Sen, do you have anything in mind?
Yeah, I want to go to any sort of magic shop and see what kind of things they have for sale.
Okay. Walking down the streets, first off, like, this place is pretty much it's a little bit weird walking through. Like, a lot of times, like, you're walking up staircases attached to buildings and going across like their roofs where like other buildings are like built, and it's a big like city, and it's kind of hard to get around sometimes. But it's probably the most exclusively magic city in the entirety of the Esterisles. So magic shops are not necessarily few and far between.
Is this based on Athens?
I mean, not particularly.
Okay.
Yes and no. I mean, it's just that kind of It's more like Gothic architecture.
Okay.
Gothic.
Gothic Athens, got it.
Yeah,
can
Gothic
visualize it.
Athens. Yeah, perfect.
Ram as hell.
Now, are you looking for like weapons, armor, or just general items?
Like general utility items, more opposed to like, I especially am not looking for armor. I'd keep an eye out for magic weapons, but like mostly I'm looking for magical items.
Okay, yeah. I mean, again, very easy to find, all things considered.
Okay.
You know what, Michael?
Do I?
There's probably, an alchemist, someone who brews potions here, who's probably better than the guild one who we've ignored this entire time, right?
Probably not, but go off.
I mean,
No,
they
by all means,
did recruit
continue.
some of the best in the Isles, so
So possibly, maybe.
I am not saying that like they are objectively the best, but I'm, I mean, you could
would
probably
like-
find
Yeah.
someone better. Sure.
I would like to go buy potions.
And just like, what kind of potions?
Shit, okay. Some of these are probably expensive, so if I wanted to buy a potion of climbing,
Yeah.
I want a potion of giant strength, but I do feel like that would be a very expensive one. There's also a potion of
I mean,
heroism,
that's
which
the thing.
interests me.
All right. Okay. If you can just like make a list for me and like put it somewhere.
Yeah, I'll DM you
I
a
can-
list.
Yeah. That'd be great. And I can hook you up with that. Now, Sen, you do find like plenty of shops for this particular thing.
Cool.
Well, whenever you kind of walk into the building, you notice it's fairly modest. Not a lot of it's not like no gaudy sort of like decorations. Just a nice little shop on the very corner of one of the buildings, behind which is just a gnome man with big mutton chops and going into a thicker mustache, like bifocals like on his like the tip of his nose as he's like kind of tinkering around with something that he's working on. When he sees the door open, he looks up. Oh, well, hello. What can I do for you?
Hello there. I was wondering what kind of magical items you have for sale.
Well, it depends on what you're looking for. We have all sorts. Rings, gloves, necklaces. Have anything in mind?
What sort of rings are you
I'm
carrying?
playing D&D.
We have quite a few. There's this one. It's for keeping you warm in colder environments. This one was sold to me by a man who had just recently gone on an expedition to the peaks of Sinpera. So if you're trying to keep yourself warm, it does a good job of that, resisting the cold, if you would. There's this one. It allows you to walk on water, which there is a lot of here, if you haven't noticed. Let's see, a ring of jumping
How much does that ring of water walking cost?
The water walking? Oh, well, it's 1,800 gold pieces.
Ooh, wow. Okay. I'll think about it. What else do you have?
This one here will prevent you from falling to your death. If you're looking for a more general purpose, this one just it surrounds you with a sort of ward for protection. Relatively popular for the adventuring sort, if you're into that sort of thing.
And how much exactly does that one cost?
The Ring of Protection.
Yes.
This one would run you 2,500.
You know, I think I'll get the water walking ring.
Very well. And he picks it up and, kind of pushes it towards you.
You said 1,800 flat?
Yep.
Cool beans. Does it look cool at all, or is it just a normal ring that's enchanted?
It's a silver ring, for one.
Cool.
It has sort of the centerpiece. It has two sort of bands around it. Just these little engraved bits about 1/8 of an inch from either side, and at the very center of it, you can see essentially depictions of waves that are crashing into a central, looks like some sort of blue quartz piece in the center.
Oh, that's cool. It's quite a lovely ring.
Yes, I agree. People tend to get their magical items to be a rather fanciful in terms of looks. Allows you to tell them apart a little easier.
That is true.
Is there anything else I can interest you in?
Do you have any strange magical baubles? Something that isn't exactly useful, but maybe something just unusual.
Perhaps. Perhaps. Let me see what I can find. And he goes off into the back and just kind of rustles around a little bit and comes back out with a small chest. I found a few things. This here, he takes out a small vial of clear liquid. It seems a little thicker than water, but it is still at clear consistency. This is a universal solvent. It'll well, it's as you would expect. It removes adhesives, which can be. God damn it!
You did it to yourself, and you didn't
It's
even
everywhere.
know. You didn't even know.
Thick water.
Welcome to my life.
Matt, how are you staying dry with all that water around you?
Ring of water walking in a spot.
Oh shit, you're right.
Man. It's if anything is stuck together, this will help you unstick them together. Let's see, this one here, and he takes out just a small little bag, and he kind of opens it up and pulls out like a little sprinkle of sand from the looks, and kind of shows you what's in there. When you this is anything that the well, actually no, he would probably have just shown you. He kind of like takes some of the dust and like sprinkles it onto his collection of rings that he's already had in front of him, and you watch them all disappear completely from sight, just
Ooh.
gone. Dust of disappearance. It makes things invisible, as you can see. Well, you asked for things that weren't particularly useful, but...
Well, that's funny. I already have a bottle of Dust of Disappearance.
Oh! Well, just put this away then.
I've never actually used it, but I feel like it's something that will come in use eventually.
I feel like it probably should. He picks up, he just picks up this little figurine. The figurine itself is it's made of a slick black stone material, and he picks it up, and you see it's it carved very delicately into the shape of a dog. This here is they're called Figurines of Wonder. This here will, when activated, will summon a onyx dog to help you in whichever way you choose. It should stay summoned for about 6 or so hours, after which you can't use it again for about a week. This one in particular is relatively good at sniffing things out, particularly strong senses. For instance, if you what you say, use the dust of tracelessness on something and need to locate it again, the dog might be able to assist with such a thing.
That's fascinating.
Again, you asked for things that weren't particularly useful. I don't
So, with that
tend
dog...
to sell those. Yes?
No, I understand. So with the dog, say it took some sort of damage of any kind, would it be destroyed or would it come back after a week?
Well, it's a real creature. From what I understand, it would revert back to its figurine form. Magic items have a tendency to be more durable than most. So you shouldn't have any trouble.
You go.
No, you go.
How much would the dog cost?
2,000.
So this Dust of Disappearance I have, it hasn't been used. How much could I sell that to you for?
Oh, Dust of Disappearance. Well, I was going to sell this for about 500. Of course, I bought it for not much under that. I would say 350. I'd be willing to part with.
I don't believe... Yes, I really can't make this work. I come a bit short. I have some adventuring companions. They might be interested in some of your items. So I'll let them know about the things you told me about today, and some of them might come back later.
Oh, well, I would very much appreciate the positive word.
Yes. Well, thank you for your help today.
Oh, no issue.
She curtsies and leaves.
All right.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go find the party and I'll just tell them about the things that I found. Gwydion.
Hello?
Can I talk to just you for a second?
Just me.
Yes, we can just step over here, 10 feet away.
Okay. Are you sure that you don't want two me's? He'll summon like a minor illusion of himself.
Well, now you're just showing off.
It could
Can
be
I tell
three.
which one's which?
Could be four. Make an investigation check, I guess.
No, I don't. I don't know which one you to look at. Whoa, they
Yeah, you
changed
do.
it.
I think that passes.
It just loaded slowly.
No,
Oh,
it's DC 17.
Nope, can't tell.
Brilliant, you know I have trouble with these things.
He'll dismiss the illusions.
What? Where'd you go? Oh, that wasn't you. So, I felt a little bad about usurping your captainship. And
Yes, I haven't stopped thinking about it.
Well, that's not healthy. I was also thinking about your near-death experiences with water.
Okay,
how you
that's
have-
something I actually haven't stopped thinking about.
And how you have a fear of drowning now. Well, I was in a magic shop earlier, and I found this ring of water walking, and I want you to have it.
Well, for one, I feel like fearing drowning is kind of a natural thing to fear, because it can kill you. Secondly, thank you for that. I'll just hold on to it. And you're sure that you don't want it?
No, I'm a pretty solid swimmer. I don't believe that I need it.
Well, this is comforting. Not attuned. Okay.
I'll delete that from my inventory.
You go into a shop to purchase yourself a magic item, and you buy something for Gwydion.
Okay, you can't deny that's
No
literally.
magic item.
You can't deny that's literally the most Nathan thing ever, though.
So, yeah, and I'm gonna tell the rest of the party about the items. I already said that, but yeah, I'm gonna specifically mention the dog. Oh god, I'm choking.
Don't do that.
Hey, Lambert, you think vampires have a scent?
I'd imagine they smell a little bit like death. Probably blood, depending on how recently they've fed. Seems logical enough, I suppose. You know, speaking on that note of shopping, it just occurred to me. We have a ship with a massive storage space. Why the hell don't I just buy a whole crap ton of alchemical supplies and literally just brew us health potions and various other things of whatever the hell comes to mind?
You know, that sounds almost like a great idea.
I thought you were going to say we should buy some items here that are at a low price and then sell them at a more expensive price at the guild hall.
I'm pretty sure if there isn't, there should be a law against doing that.
You know, Lambert, we do have a bag of gems worth 3,000 gold that we haven't divvied up yet. We got that, don't worry about where we got that, but it seems that this could be a good use for our party to invest in some alchemical supplies.
You see, every time one of you says don't worry about it, I suddenly get the inclination I should worry about it, but I know better than to ask. Not gonna question it. We're just gonna pay out my own purse. But that works too. I might need to borrow Lucian to carry the damn.
Vampire.
Might need to borrow Lucian to carry the keg of supplies, vials, mushrooms, and God knows what else I'm gonna be able to get my hands on.
Lucian flexes his biceps.
You know, that reminds me, where the hell's that dwarf?
Oh. I don't know.
I think he went on a drinking binge afterwards. If you really want, I could send to him and see what he's up to.
If I had to guess, he's probably in jail. Again.
I will let you decide that, frankly. I'm not certain I care enough. I'm just... You guys just seem to bring him up on occasion, then forget about his existence again for weeks on end. Anyway, I'm gonna go buy alchemical supplies and vials and all sorts of stuff. Come with me, Lucian. You're gonna carry a lot.
I can really only keep
sounds good to
track
me.
of 5 other people, to be honest. When you get more than 5 people, I just have trouble remembering them.
Yeah, same here.
Is there a spell seller? Like I don't know,
Like a
like scrolls or whatever?
Oh yeah, I mean there'd be plenty of places to purchase scrolls for sure.
How about ritual spells that I can put in my book? Would that be a scroll, or would that be like a different type of merchant?
The way that the book works, I imagine it to be very similar to the wizard thing, like just the whole wizard thing.
Gwydion would let you copy rituals out of his book if you wanted.
I have 2
Oh.
scrolls of fairy fire if you'd like to
Well,
write those down.
I can only copy down complicated spells like rituals. If it's a simple spell, I guess Nishar thinks it's beneath me, so I can't do that.
Well, I've got some rituals. I've got Alarm, Comprehend Languages, Detect Magic, Find Familiar, Identify, Magic Mouth, Liam's Tiny Hut, Phantom Steed, Water Breathing.
Magic Mouth.
Oh, those are all of them.
Lehman's
Is that
Tiny
one
Hut?
where you-
I was thinking of Tiny Hut. Yeah,
Lehman's Tiny says what?
I was looking for. I mean, out of character. I was looking for a Tiny Hut or Divination.
Don't have Divination. I think that's a bit above my...
It's 4th level, so it would be within.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Shit, we have 4th level spells?
yeah,
Mhm.
it would be a little harder to find the scroll of divination, but I mean, you would manage to find one. A scroll of divination would run you about 200 gold.
I buy.
Very well.
Why don't I have Divination?
I don't know.
I
Why do you?
specifically-
Divination.
I specifically need this.
Yeah.
I will let you copy it from my book.
Thank you.
We will trade spell books for a minute.
What did you get for number 4?
That's beautiful.
Funny.
This
Okay.
really just like
And then
flew under my radar.
And then I will spend the 50 or whatever I think the book says for me to actually copy it onto my book. And that'll be it for me.
Very good.
Yeah.
I honestly could not agree more. Like, it's just, it's like exactly what I'm thinking presently.
So about those alchemical supplies, Legion, how much would about 900 gold get me?
It depends what you're looking for.
Honestly, I do want, like, some of it to be kind of stuff that I can experiment with and maybe concoct something new, but the primary thing is going to be, since our key problems seem to constantly be, I don't know, health potions, obviously that. Dark vision, which might come in handy once in a while. We got water breathing cover, thanks to Lucian.
Yeah.
Like, if anyone in the party, like, would like to stop Lambert real quick and kind of suggest something, by all means, I'm open to it. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of thought of this on a spur, so I wasn't really prepared to actually go through a list. Other than health and dark
I
vision.
think
No, that's fair.
potions of climbing might be a thing that's just useful to have one of each. Just in case.
In terms of healing, I mean, Angel Wart is relatively common and is widely used in health potions. If you're trying to make, like... there's, like, a little you can do as well in terms of, like... increasing the effectiveness of that by using Blood Needle, but it's a little risky because it's innately poisonous.
I mean, that's it. If I
There's,
accidentally make a
like-
poison, I mean, that's still useful.
Yeah. Dusk Lotus is good for dark vision, but it's a little rarer.
Okay.
I would say 900 gold. Dusk Lotus itself is probably close to about 100 golds a flower, a bloom.
Okay.
Angel Wart is only about like 20 for a little like a mushroom of it.
Right.
Blood Needle, about 25-ish. It's relatively common in this area. It's like a reed that grows in shallower waters along the inland. Sorry, let me...
Wonder for dusk.
if you're looking for potions of climbing, there are like vines and stuff that often are relatively used. If you wanted to add some grapevine, that'd be about 50 a piece. They don't really grow on this island very well.
Alrighty. God, how many potions could I even make with a dusk lotus flower? Like, would I only be using the petals?
Yeah, so what the dusk lotus itself is a pretty small bloom. I mean, it essentially, like, you know, that first off, like, there is a poisonous aspect to it, but like essentially peeling off the petals and like soaking them for a period of time, but like not too long, and then like boiling them into like a brewing them into like a potion can help with various vision related benefits.
Okay. Interesting. Okay.
Is there anything else, like any effects that you would like to?
Like I said, anyone else got any ideas? I mean, Grapevine got added to my list already. At this point, I'm just getting ready to do math. Someone has an idea?
I'm not really a potions kind of guy, so I'll leave it to you all. I mean, besides the mana potions, those are infinitely useful to me, but we know where the ingredients for those lie.
Yeah. Magic rock.
Maybe like strength potions, I guess.
Hello.
Giant toenails. How much will that go for?
Those are pretty rare,
Mm-hmm.
if I'm honest. You could probably, I mean, depending on like which one you're going for, they could range from 100 gold to like 500 gold. So like, if we want to go pretty low, I mean, I just looked up potions of giant strength.
Lambert, are there potions of resistance? Like you drink a potion, you're resistant to something, like fire damage or poison or something like that?
I believe there's like a potion of stone skin, if I'm not mistaken.
Something like that might be useful. Especially
Well, there are potions of resistance.
we
You
seem to
probably know.
fight so many different elemental enemies.
Right, I mean, there would be potions like fire, elemental resistance, and all that, but... I mean, that's kind of like a very niche kind of thing.
What about potion of speed?
Ooh.
Oh,
Now that's funny.
just snort it up and just book it.
Oh, come on,
Full tabaxi.
it's not chalk.
It's,
Potions of speed are hard to find.
God, I
mean,
hope so. It's haste in a bottle.
Basically, that means they'd even be harder to make. God, I don't even want to think what the hell could go into them, how much that would even cost.
I mean, purchasing one, you could get one here for maybe 10,000 gold.
Holy shit.
Yeah, we're not affording that, or the chemical ingredients to even make that, because, good God, I
The
don't even...
balance team. The
It's,
balance team
it's
released
very
that. Let's make
rare.
something that you
Jesus.
never
Okay,
use.
so Michael,
Yes.
Speed is expensive.
I'm going to buy the 7 resistance potions, 1 of each of the types I don't have. So,
Okay.
I'm going to buy all the other potions as well.
Okay.
So that's heroism,
What the-
climbing, flying, fire giant, strength, gaseous form.
Jesus Christ.
That
Okay,
leaves
that's
me
a lot
with
of money.
Leaves me with 148 gold. So I am
You literally just spent all your money.
all of it. Yes.
Well, you
He's
couldn't-
become the potion drinker.
I decided
Potion
that
man.
we come very close to death a lot, and I would prefer to not do that.
If you're looking to buy some giant toenails, Lambert.
Yeah.
The most common one that you'd be able to find would be hill giant. You could find those for probably about 100 a pop. There aren't a lot of hill giants in the Esterisles, so they're although they're rarer than they would be in a normal place. They're
Yeah,
not,
but no one
you
ever
know-
insight checked Dorn on his bullshit stories either, so you don't know if he was telling truth or not.
I feel like we could ask Jorn if he has some spare toenails.
Yeah, they'll probably be good.
That'd be interesting.
Potions of dwarf.
There be fire giants in the plane of fire.
I mean, there might be.
Be confusing if there's water giants down there.
Sam.
You laugh, but like, the second most common one would be frost giants, which do inhabit like the northern part of Maryland. You could probably get those something like 250 a pop. That's just the toenail.
Yeah. You know what, I'll tell you what. This is what Lambert will offer. If you guys throw like a specific like kind of potion type at me, example, freaking potion of giant strength. If you're willing to buy the supplies, I'll gladly make this potion for you. But at the moment, I'm kind of tapping them out for stuff that I am all but certain will be useful. I'm not gonna lie, the grapevine one for potion of climbing, I'm actually all for because that actually could be stupidly handy. 3, 6.
I
Yeah.
am no longer willing to pay for materials for giant strength potions.
Yeah, I kind of thought you wouldn't be when I said that, because, I mean, I'm already...
I've recently come into a lack of money.
Yeah. Okay, so, hold up, let me copy and paste this from... And I'll go through the frickin' list. I'm already spending frickin' this much as it is. I got like 100 gold left after all that.
You know what? We are better prepared to deal with every situation.
Yeah, and I can kind of play around with this a little bit more on a ship. And who knows, I either will make us really killer health potions, or I will make us some interesting poisons by accident.
Really
Oops.
killer health potions.
All poisons.
Oops!
Glug glug.
All poisons.
Well, I'm gonna say, don't drink that vial of this vial, but maybe dip an arrow into it and shoot someone with it if you need to. Just saying. I mean, I tried to make dark vision potions. I somehow made a potion of blindness. That's not even a thing.
Right. The poison. Lambert's poison.
The poison Lambert
poison
concocted.
Made by Lambert, yes. Poison for Lambert.
Lambert's poison.
Lambert's poison.
Why am I in an echo
That
chamber?
poison.
I'm walking away.
Holy shit, I have so many potions now.
We're about to have a whole heap more on the ship once I get downtime to work on this.
Holy
Well, I
shit.
mean, you'll have a day at least once you get back to Tortana. Well,
Right.
I mean, getting back to Tortana.
Okay, that's 8.
Q,
and
are there
that
any sort of
is-
upgrades you could do to AA with the
4.
magical items here?
Isn't a necessarily corporeal creature. You've seen him just fade into ash when dealt enough damage. I don't think anything we do for would be permanent. I will look into it. Perhaps we could give him wings in the future or something.
Oh yes, a flying
Ooh.
giant lizard. That will be actually awe-inspiring. I would love to see that.
How much does he weigh? Those would have to be absurdly large.
Oh, I estimate his weight at probably about 600 or 700 pounds. Without the chainmail.
As heavy as I am.
So he's about 800 pounds.
We could find out.
I could carry him.
I don't
No, that's
believe they have a
good.
level. Do they have a level that large in the city?
We could make a scale. That would be something simple to do.
I mean, one that's strong enough to
Okay.
carry upwards of 1,000 pounds.
Yes, God, we can make it out of fucking metal. Calm down.
So
Let's hear you
feisty.
blaspheme
Y-
your
y'all
lord,
just
the
Fucking
Forge.
see this old man just
Yelling
curse
at-
this guy.
Yeah, that's
Oh, man,
that's
yells at
been
Cloud.
Q. That's been Q this whole time. Just old man yells at Cloud.
Brilliant.
I like it.
Well, is there anything else we have to do, or is it time to sail out?
I have some projects that I can work on, but I don't need to be on shore for it. Just expecting maybe 3 days, but it's nothing pressing.
How are our provisions? Are they still good?
Let me
Provisional.
break out my ledger here. Yes, everything seems to be in order.
Yeah, I mean, well, honestly, it's probably been close to like. I mean, you could probably use some more rations if you're going to be sailing for much longer.
Couldn't hurt.
How do we keep track of rations? Because we haven't been on the sea in like a while.
Well, not on like a long distance trip, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
just
why I
a
wanted
couple
to double check.
days worth here and there.
Depending on how much time we have, it might be beneficial to make those false ballista into real ones.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
a good idea. I could, with the project I was working on aside, it wasn't important, and we'll work on the ballistas.
I mean, work on whatever you want to prioritize. I just know we have fake ballista ringing the boat.
Right. I was just working on something, tinkering really. The ballistas seem more practical.
Whatever happened to the 3000 gemstone?
They're still here in my bag of holding. Like, it holds up a bag of gems.
Are we divvying those, or are you using them for a thing, or someone using them for a thing?
I'm not using them.
I feel like we keep talking about them, and then we just keep carrying them around.
I mean,
Do you
all.
just keep carrying them around?
I mean, we could literally
I mean,
just.
you could just sell.
Yeah, we could just sell them. We could use them as bartering. We could do all sorts of crap with the gems.
Michael, can I turn them into gold?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Boom,
I was-
done. 2,000 gold.
Yeah. Yeah. Boom.
Alchemy.
That works.
Divide by 6.
That's not how alchemy
Slightly
works.
less poor.
Cool.
I mean, like in anything that you don't want, you can literally just like put it in your cargo hold and just tell the people when you get to port that you're offloading it. Probably the most practical to do that in Tortana, and you get the best prices in terms of selling if you do it through the guild. Because you guys can do that because you're signed on.
Or you can just melt them into gold in our faces.
I mean, no, it's not. Gems aren't made of metal.
Shh, it's okay.
Believe it or not.
Guess who?
Also, so we have these 3 kegs. What is the plan to use these for?
Oh, thank
Puts
you
it in
for
the cargo
asking.
hold and how the
man.
ship doesn't catch fire.
Since we've acquired them, I have 2, and I believe you have 1.
I have an idea. Haven gave us a circular object with a fuse to light and throw. And it seems impractical. It's lots of steps involved, and I want to make a mechanism where you twist it, and it creates a spark to light. So it's quicker, you see, and then you could throw it all in just one movement. Or perhaps load it onto a crossbow and lob it further.
Those both sound very useful.
So we could blow up our enemy ships with it.
Well,
We don't really have a lot of this powder. It might be more of a deafened or blinded effect. If we use enough powder for an explosion, we could, but we won't have much of it.
I guess that's true.
Well, in that case, could you not simply look at possibly designing something to get the most force out of the interior explosion from the shell you plan on creating with it?
Yes, of course I can do that. It sounds fantastic. And Lambert, I was thinking too, now that we have these supplies on board for alchemical reagents, maybe we could have you look at this powder to replicate it.
Yeah, you've mentioned this powder, and I've heard some interesting stories from a few of you already. One involving a flying dwarf and an exploding ship, which I found rather riveting. I can certainly take a look
I
at
wonder
it.
why.
Because it was an exploding ship and a flying dwarf. That's literally a tale you tell at a bar just to make people laugh. Made me laugh.
It was riveting.
But I can look at it, I can experiment and tinker and toy with it and see what I can make of it.
If you need anything enchanted, come to me. Happy to work on some stuff. I don't know, like, maybe you could cover it in runes that, when they come into contact with enough force, just decide to ignite or something like that. But if we'd rather leave it to reliable tinkering instead of chaotic magic, I understand.
I'm still learning magic. I wouldn't rule it out.
I know a thing or two about making explosions at this point.
Right, but this is all like downtime sort of activities, if we can find the spare time for it. When we get back to Tortona, Shen, Captain, what have you planned for us?
well, that's something that I want to discuss with the rest of you. Are we planning on looking further into the vampire infestation?
Vampires?
Or... Yes, they were living in the sewers. We found more of them. They were making a deal with some... It was Gith, right?
Yeah, Bill's Geth.
Yeah.
Yeah, with some more Githyanki, and for whatever reason, they were looking for my friend.
We're also slightly, maybe a little bit, kinda stronger than that last one that we murdered.
Now we said kinda stronger.
I mean, none of us died, but we weren't looking so good, you know? It's fine.
You don't say. Well,
If we had you there, it would have been fine, because you kill vampires like that.
I mean, I've only killed one, and frankly, I was going off of legends, laws, and stuff I read in a book that was barely held together. Frankly, at this point, I think what you all have seen is literally more than what is written. That said, I mean, it would be nice to have my name on a book. for a bestiary at some point, and vampires would be a great way of sourcing that.
I know that feeling.
Haven't you been creating a bestiary?
I've been creating a massive bestiary. I've been sending the crib notes back to the Manticore school constantly and consistently. They don't pay me for that, though.
No.
That's literally just for the betterment of mankind kind of thing.
We could probably find some sort of printer near the guild hall. See if we
Printer?
could possibly publish this.
Do we have
Yeah,
enough cyan?
Well, they have the large, they have the little key pieces.
He's right.
And then they have the letters, and then
Oh,
I don't
Yeah,
exactly.
a guy
know how it
who
works.
uses the printing press is a printer.
we can use Azul.
It's like
Yeah, no,
a
sure.
guy that computes is a computer. What's wrong with you guys?
Wait, was the printing press invented? I don't know
So-
when it was invented.
Well, so that's why I didn't specifically say a printing press, but
Like a
printers have
scribe?
existed for a very long
Well,
time.
okay, yeah, scribes did exist.
Yeah.
Remember to
Yeah,
like
that's-
and subscribe.
fair.
That's what they'd say.
Oh yeah, all the time.
This is vaguely Renaissance, so I assumed there was a printing press.
Well, because
I would imagine the printing press would be around.
I guess canon.
I mean, there's like
press
about
is
doing,
sort
you know.
of roughly-
I mean, if we can have Q be tinkering and making vertical assist galoshes, I'm all but certain the capability of having a printing press around is very likely. Just saying.
So,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude, like the printing press was like 1440. Yeah,
Yeah.
fuck that shit. That happened years ago.
Yeah, so it's fine.
Thank you, Benjamin Franklin.
You're welcome.
You actually.
So,
so yes,
perhaps
we would find a printer, and then this could be a way for you to make more income.
We'll put a pin in that thought. Q, you were saying something?
Oh, yes, I was. What was I saying? Right.
Roll
It-
from
it seemed
remember.
that these vampires might have a connection to Sten's shady friend. Perhaps we should talk with him.
Wait, are we talking about that damn tabaxi?
Well, that seems
Speaks with shadows.
that seems a little rude. Yes, that's his name.
His name is literally speaks in shadow. Like, yeah, Tam Tabaxi kind of fits the bill there.
Lambert, do you see how riled up she gets? I think it's more than just a friendship. She'll.
Sen, if you want us to go just visit your boyfriend so you can talk with him, just say so. We'll do it. Come on.
Well, I think the vampires did say something about a black tabaxi, though.
Seems
Yeah,
racist.
I mean, they mentioned him by name.
And then I sent him a message a few days later, and he was like, "Hey, don't worry about it." And then I just accepted his death.
He does talk like that.
He does talk like that. You're just right.
That-
I am a
of course.
changeling.
That might be the way to start out. At least he seems to probably know something.
I mean, if they have a vested interest in him, that's definitely a great starting point.
I can find him at the usual spots, but it'll have to be at dawn.
That's cryptic and yet very specific.
Well, are we all ready to go?
Sure, why not? You know, thinking about vampires, that suddenly gave me an idea, and maybe this black powder could come in handy for that.
Oh no.
So, I'm gonna
No.
need... Q, I'm gonna need you, Q makes a silver dust of some sort?
Ah, thank you.
Yes, that's not an issue. Give me an hour, and I'll have 100 gold's worth of silver dust.
Like 10,000 silver's worth of.
I don't think we need that much. This is just to see if we can possibly make something with it. I'm thinking...
Well, you want to be efficient with your time on it. Otherwise, it's just a waste of the power of the forge.
Like, in all honesty, when you guys started mentioning, like, what this stuff can do, like, in Lambert's head, he's thinking about the certain properties of certain ingredients and what happens to them when they burn. For example, when you burn sugar. And he's already thinking of it's like a smoke bomb.
Yeah, that works.
Well, that would just make. Oh.
I'm just saying, if you need to escape, it's better that they don't see where you're going. It could come in handy. And for things that you can't see, well, some shiny kind of metallic dust, such as silver, could come in handy.
What about if we had some sort of small pressurized pump and that squirt holy water?
Holy water effective on vampires? Probably,
You
maybe.
do not know.
Yeah.
I do not
Pump.
know.
Son, when you say pump, you mean like how you pump out a well to bring up water?
Precisely. 2 different size cylinders that
How
create
would steam-
pressure.
To be quite unwieldy.
Well, you need a small handheld sized one. You could even shape it so it fits into your hands, and then have the exit points be at the very far tip, and the holy water would go forward.
Are we about to make the D&D fantasy equivalent of Ghostbusters proton packs here?
No, I'm making a squirt gun.
I was thinking a squirt gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
It's
given
a
what we're
proton
talking
pack.
about, it's like I want to go more into we're going to be ye olde Ghostbusters with this.
Yes, but no, I want a squirt gun.
Across the
Nerf or nothing.
streams.
Son, I think you're overcomplicating things. It's way too technical. You could just have a water skin that you could squirt it.
Wow, this is
Squish it.
You know,
But that's
this is
less
how the
fun.
Americans spent millions inventing a ballpoint pen where the
In
pencil was
Soviet
fixed.
Russia, we use pencil.
I think that's actually a myth. But anyways.
I also wouldn't be
I want it
surprised.
to be real.
Don't use
I wouldn't be surprised if it was true either. Millions of dollars on a ballpoint pen that could write in space. Russians use pencil. Anywho, shenanigans aside.
Yeah, so I think on the journey there, Hugh is working on ballistas, because that's what the captain assigned him to.
I didn't assign you to do that. I said that's
Oh, the
something you
captain
could look at.
assigned.
Band of time.
Captain assigned.
Following orders.
Took out the whip, just get back to work.
I was there.
It's like, yeah, I saw you. You walked up to him. Q, stop yelling at that crowd and work on the ballistas. You son of a bitch.
I am proficient with carpenter's tools. I don't know if I could help at all, or if you're just
He
doing,
made them
like...
out of metal.
Okay, that's
Made
why
them out of metal.
I was just wondering.
Now, luckily enough, actually, on your way back, you already like built like the base of a ballista. I mean, it looked like it would function, which is like pretty much the first step of getting a working ballista. So I would say on the trip home, you could probably like get done with 2 of them. How's that sound?
Great.
Hell yeah.
Ah, that's the wrong way. What you doing that for? Now there are 2 more fake ballistas. But you know, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
We're off to a good start.
Yeah. Now on the trip, is anyone else working on anything? I think that Lambert wanted to brew something on the way to Tortana.
Well, I'm also going to experiment a bit with the black powder, see if I can get a more in-depth idea of the properties and exactly what makes it what it is. I mean, not a character I know, just because sporting goods store retail work, you find weird knowledge on
Yeah.
that stuff. But Lambert, this is brand new to him, so he's literally trying to basically dissect it like it's a living creature.
Roll, I guess, alchemist supplies.
Inspiration!
You have inspiration, apparently.
I am not complaining. What's the inspiration die?
D8.
It's a
You know,
2d8, the higher of.
It's a good ability. Who the
And-
fuck wrote that?
It's really good, especially when I roll high on it.
It was a
Okay,
kind god.
Fuck
That-
that guy.
that's 25.
Yeah, no, I mean, you get a pretty decent idea. First things first, you don't think it would be good for potions.
Well,
Um,
obviously.
It ignites fairly quickly and pretty violently. Not as violently as like some chemicals would.
Right.
But it's enough of a it's enough of a flash to where like you get the sense that like if it was to be compressed into a small enough space, it could probably deal some pretty decent damage. And yet it's like still like, I mean, you probably like, you know, get it next to a fire but not quite touching it and see like at what point it like would ignite. And it has a you know, it can get relatively close to flame without itself catching on fire, which makes it not as volatile as some things. So it makes it a pretty decent, you know, if you're looking for something to ignite quickly, but not just catch fire if you don't want it to, this is a pretty decent substance for that, I should say.
I'm gonna have fun with this.
You should. Y'all almost died for it.
Yeah.
Literally.
Twice.
Yeah, he would have went out with a fantastic story to tell when he got to the end of all things and crossed the river Styx. Anyway.
But yeah. It only takes about like 20 something hours to get to Tortana. I would say you would probably, I mean, it was probably later in the day whenever you guys left, so you probably get into port somewhere like 5 in the morning-ish. Many of you are likely still sleeping or just waking up, depending on how old you are.
What are you talking about? Q gets
Just-
up at like fucking before dawn.
Yeah. Or
That's what I'm
just
saying.
going to bed.
And
if
how
you're-
old you are. So you're probably just waking up when you get into port, Q.
God,
Congratulations.
can I
Yes.
play my hurdy-gurdy to try to attempt to get proficiency? Not that I actually think I need it with my divergent persona, but
I mean, yeah, sure. Go ahead and make me a hurdy-gurdy check.
cool.
You can use
Fine.
charisma. Oh my god, what the fuck?
What the fuck?
I had physics.
Nice.
I mean, you're getting better at it for sure.
What's a divergent personality?
I mean,
Don't
so
worry
it
about
says I get a proficiency with one tool of my choice with a
Yeah.
persona, so I would assume the hurdy-gurdy would be attached to Leora.
Okay,
Cool. Okay.
yeah, you can do that.
Relay proficiency
Okay,
bonus
cool.
for any ability check he uses that proficiency. Okay.
Because we talked about this before, but then, like,
I mean,
There's
you
never
know,
conflict.
Leora, like
Probably,
real Leora,
yeah.
probably thieves' tools. You, Leora,
yeah, that's fair.
you,
What?
Leora, pretty girly.
Are you calling my niece a crook?
It's his fault.
My fault.
I believe
Your
it.
fault.
What
You're
did
like,
you
hey,
do
I
to my
wanna be a
family?
I want to be a criminal, but not really that criminal. I want to be a different criminal who is also her now.
Look,
I'm Nathan.
it's like a sundae. It has layers.
Get the fuck out of here.
Okay.
Split ass.
I had a banana split earlier, and it was really good.
All the layers.
It was huge, though. Let me tell you, it was far too much banana split for just one me.
You should have got another one.
Are we at dock already? It's so early.
Yeah, you're gonna go back to sleep. You don't have to wake up just because you're in town. You got a whole bed. But yeah, I mean, eventually, you actually need to go somewhere before dawn, apparently. So you do need to get there pretty fast.
I I'm gonna start booking it to the meeting place.
Q, you've never seen her up this early.
Are we supposed to follow you?
I told Lambert she was excited, and this is just further proof.
I think you might be right, Q.
I'm dead asleep and I smell like sulfur.
Oh yeah, the rest of you are probably sleeping. It doesn't really matter. So Sen, you go to the usual spot. Make a perception check for me. When you take a look around, you don't notice any signs of him.
I'm gonna cast message and say boo to him.
Well, you don't know where he is. You have to point in the direction of the...
Damn it, you're right. I do have to. Shit. I'm gonna point in every direction, and I'm gonna say boo in each one of those.
Fucking look like a mad woman.
It's only gone. People won't see me.
you point in a random, as you're pointing through all the directions, you point in one and say boo, and you hear a man and go, and then you see like this homeless guy who is like wrapped up in like blankets, like suddenly pop out from behind a couple barrels beside the storefront.
And
What the
harassing
fuck?
the homeless.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, sir. I didn't mean to startle you.
And he covers himself back up. And he
You
goes
said
back to
you
bed.
said boo. How do you say boo without meaning to startle someone?
Oh, I didn't say boo. I said achoo. I was sneezing. Here's some money for your trouble, and I give him a silver piece.
Oh, you are stingy.
Do you give it to him?
Yeah, I give him 1 silver piece. You know I have gloves on, right?
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
He's a changeling.
Oh yeah, no. You kind of toss him a silver piece, and he goes, "Thanks." And he just wraps himself back up, goes back to sleep. But looking around, no signs of your friend.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, he's definitely dead.
I'll just hang out for like 5 minutes, like 5 or 10 minutes before I start to panic.
Okay. You begin panicking.
Okay, I'm gonna cast sending to him.
Okay. Can you roll me a D100?
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Oh, wow.
On this plane.
Whew.
I don't know that, but we
Yeah.
know.
What the fuck?
What do you say?
Shit. What is it? 25 words?
Yeah.
I mean, that's more like 5 or so right there.
I wasn't saying.
What is it?
That's 2 more, and like
Clock
3
ticking.
more for the
Clock
laugh.
ticking.
Okay, Matthew. Okay, Matthew, finger me. Okay. Nope,
Are we
not
still
like
doing
that.
phrasing?
Oh wait,
Phrasing.
wrong side, wrong side.
That's
It's
going to
always the right
quotes.
side. I am at the meeting spot. Are you okay? I know people were after you. Where are you? And I'm so sorry. And that's it.
Bards.
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 Leora. Look, you don't gotta worry about me. I'm not exactly in town right now.
I'm in hell.
Don't worry about it.
It's for Tuesday. You go to hell. What the fuck?
Don't worry about it.
Okay, I guess I won't worry about it. Hopefully he's not possessed or something. He's not in town, so that's fine. He's probably nearby.
And we don't even know that he's on a. Oh, okay.
He's actually a Rakshasa.
Ooh.
Wait.
If he is, I truly have no concept of that, so I'm just gonna...
None of us would have it. Yeah.
Go-
Not
to the
even
guild
Lambert
hall.
would.
Michael's trying to poker face.
Is it profiling?
Oh man, who's
Pretty
at
much objectively profiling. Ah, he's a cat man. That can only mean one of 8 things.
He's a Rakshasa.
How many left hands does he have?
Oh, well,
Well, we can't ask that.
Nope.
We can't even ask that in character.
Nope.
at least one.
Probably.
I'm just
One
gonna
would
make my
assume.
way to
What
the
do you
guild
do
hall.
right hands? What happens then? Wouldn't that just fuck with you?
Fuck.
Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna make my way to the guild hall. I'm gonna take a detour at the old captain's of the guard's house.
Okay.
I just want to see if it's like still there. Former Captain Baker's house is like.
No, they tore it down. What do you mean?
I mean, has it been like? Are people living there? Is it just like decrepit? Are there like
I mean,
homeless people?
it seems abandoned. He lives in around Barron Street. They make a pretty decent point of like making sure at least the outsides of buildings are presentable in that sort of region. So like, you know, there's nothing like growing on it or anything, but it doesn't look like it's been used at all. Like, you know, the windows are still like, you know, nothing's like covering them. You can see inside pretty clearly, and like you can see like little, you know, dust forming along the windowsill along the inside. There's like cobwebs.
Oh, I have an idea.
Oh yeah.
I'm thinking, what if I talk to Avara about possibly keeping people there that need a place to stay?
You could do it.
Maybe, I don't know. I feel weird about that. I'll think about it. This is just something I'm internalizing. Okay. As long as it doesn't look like it's been damaged or anything, I'll just go back to the guild hall and, I don't know, probably eat.
There is food there.
Cool.
Interestingly enough, by the time you get there, you guys are probably all have awakened, and it's just about breakfast time, so you're probably like kind of gathering for that sort of thing. Whenever Bertrand walks in, now he doesn't actually live in the guild hall because he's an adult.
The fuck's that supposed to mean?
Just saying. So he comes in through the front door, takes a look at you. Oh, you're back. Here, I got something for you. He walked. What am I doing? He walks around the bar and kind of like you hear like keys rattling and he pulls out this little letter and he hands it towards you. This came for you the other day.
Who was this handed to?
Yesterday.
Who?
Just whoever is at
I
the
will
bar.
grab the letter.
Lucian.
Yes.
He hands it to Lucian.
Oh, thank you. Open it.
First off,
Lucian has
It's
been
a-
delegated to all letter reading.
it's a nice looking letter, and the it's wax sealed, and you can see that the seal itself it has a sigil that you haven't seen before, but it has the pretty simple initials on it. ED. You pop it open. Open it up. Here, you know what? I'll send it to you. I like sending you letters. That's what
All
I
right,
like.
I will read the letter.
That's what I do here.
I will read your letter.
I send letters here.
Dearest friends, I would like to cordially invite you to dinner at my home tomorrow, around 7 o'clock in the evening. Where'd I get 8? I don't know. Please send word if you plan on attending, as I will need to know how many servings to make. Our friend, Elrin Desir.
Oh, you fucking bastard.
I always enjoy Elrin's dinners, so I don't see why not.
It has
Tomorrow,
food.
so we have... Alright, what was that, son?
It has been a while since we've seen him.
I wonder why.
We have been busy.
I mean, he's busy, we're busy.
Gives us time to take care of the vampires today as well. They're still around.
Now, it says tomorrow. This came yesterday. But
Shit.
but you can always be like, hey, look, we actually just got back into town today. Like, you know, you can... He obviously, like, you know, you guys can send to him and tell him whatever you need. But he's trying to make plans. That's, you know...
Just be like, hey, can we do it tomorrow night? Because we gotta, you know, kill some shit tonight.
Well, here's what I was thinking. We can probably just have dinner with him and then go vampire hunting.
I guess, yeah, we probably could. Don't see why not.
Speaking of, Sen, did you have any luck with your friend?
So he's out of town right now?
Okay.
Show
So
less
no.
than a no. Right.
So I didn't get any info from him.
Well, what is our other lead on these vampires? If we're going to make plans with Elrond, it would be good to know what our plans are as well to find them.
Well, there was that second entrance to their hideout that we never, we didn't check if that was also blocked off.
Second entrance.
Right, so there was an entrance around the new construction for the sewers. There was also one up, it was like street level, and it was like a door that was barred.
How on earth did you get permission to enter an area under construction?
We were arrested.
Yeah.
See, now
We got
that's
arrested when we-
that's the response I was expecting.
We got out, though.
Hugh got quite confrontational with the guardsmen.
I certainly did not. I was nothing but polite and...
You were not using your indoor voice.
The dwarf ran back into the area and hit his head on the wall where we originally found it. Just how we found out it was blocked up. So.
I guess the more
I
you
could
know.
really go for some cranberry juice right now.
Well then. Interesting. Blocked off first passage. You said you fought them. More than likely they were just worried that their lair had been discovered. They may not even be there anymore. Though if they weren't there anymore, I don't see much of a reason to block off the passage.
That's what I was thinking. And if they're not there anymore, we could probably check the sewers. Now that we know they use illusions, it would probably be much easier to find any secret hideout.
In theory. False veil, as long as we can get to that initial lair, it'd be a great wealth of study for me.
Yeah, it would.
That's why we'd want to go at night after the workers have gone home.
See,
If we went now, they'd be working.
that sounds like a bad idea.
Well, if we do go at night, we may catch them in the act again of, I guess, eating someone? I wasn't really clear on what was happening there.
I can only assume
You know,
terrible, horrifying things.
We're could check in with your brawl buddy, Lucian, to see if he's seen any other disappearances.
Oh, that's a good idea. I had a gift I needed to give to him anyways. I know where Gorthok's house is, right? I brought him there once.
He actually told you that he got a new place.
Ooh.
You tell me where it was?
He did not.
Maybe you should go get brunch with Gorthox and then catch up with us later.
I mean, you know, he's fuck. What was the bartender in the Iron Tankard called? I would look through my notes, but it's like gonna take 8 years to do that.
I know he's in my notes, but it will take several minutes for that to load. I remember that he has a name. It's in here.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's been 2 weeks since I looked at my notes.
I was on my other computer. It'd be so easy to just have them open, but this thing's a piece of shit.
Damn it, I delivered the joke wrong. I was supposed to say 1 week.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Yeah.
Is this
Tolvier.
Tolvier. Yes, that sounds right.
Yeah. I mean, you know that he's relatively close to Tolvier, so stands to reason that he would probably know where he lives.
Alright, then I will go to the Iron Tank.
Okay. I mean, there's no reason to like make this take longer than it needs to. I mean, Tolvier knows that you two are friends. He would tell you where he lives. Whereas he was just living in a pretty rundown apartment on Barron Street, he's actually moved quite a few blocks away, closer towards the docks side of the city. Not quite in dockside, but like, you know, just like a little bit further down, basically. A nicer place. It's actually like a house for one, kind of just standalone. Although many of the buildings here do kind of connect along one wall, even if they are, you know, like houses. It's a bigger city, you know, conserve space and all that. You knock on the door and, you know, a few moments later, the door opens up, revealing your friend, who kind of like, as he opens the door, he kind of like opens it in such a way that you can't immediately see him, and he like pokes his head out. Lucian, here, give me 1 second. And he closes the door. A few more moments pass. And then he opens the door, this time normally pretty wide. He's wearing casual attire, not the kind of stuff that you would see him back in the fighting pits. Relatively nice. That same coat from before, and you can see his hands are still wrapped in in the hand wraps. Hey, what can I do for you? Sorry, here, come in.
Alright, yeah.
He like closes it. It's a nice little house. It's not like super big, but it's like got, you know, a second floor, like kind of loft area, and it has like a small kitchen. Can I get you like a coffee or something?
Yeah, I'd like coffee. I just take mine black.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be expensive.
It would be expensive, yeah. Yeah, it would be. I wanted to talk about the sewer problem. Is there still anything still happening?
No, not since you guys came through. I heard you guys got arrested.
Yeah, we tried to go back, make sure that they were gone for good, but they didn't like us being there. And we had a little dwarf man with us who he ran right over to where we found them and was very loud. We got arrested. We got back out. It was fine.
They just let you back out.
I have a feeling it was a favor from the Doge, but I don't know what that means.
Jeez, moving up in the world, ain't you?
Guess you could say that, yeah.
He hands you a coffee. Well, no, I wasn't really expecting a visit. I imagine you probably came here for some reason or another. Oh, right, you just asked. Sorry. Just kind of woke up. As far as I can tell, nobody's gone missing over at the site. Been a little bit of a mess recently. We had to replace the foreman. Apparently, someone didn't like the way he was doing things, so they had to have him make a switch, and it kind of halted work for a little bit. But no missing persons, as far as I can tell. So, at least there's that.
I also had a gift I wanted to give to you. I got these hand wraps enchanted a while ago, but since then I have a new pair of knuckles, so I don't need them myself, and I figured you might want them.
Oh.
They're called the fire-touched hand wraps. They set themselves on fire when you punch things.
Jeez. That's a little overkill. Thanks. He kind of just takes them and just holds them in his in one of his hands, and begins wrapping around the already existing hand wraps around his right arm. Just kind of squeezes his hand a few times, just kind of see how they feel. A little warm, ain't they?
Yeah, on kind of the whole fire deal.
Right. Well, geez. Thanks. I never really got a honest to goodness magic before.
It came in quite handy.
Well, hopefully I won't have to put them to use.
Right, of course. Just keep your guard up about the disappearances.
Oh, absolutely. Probably be wearing these to work.
I'll let you know if we manage to take care of things completely. That's what we were going to do tonight, so I figured I'd stop in and see how things were going.
Oh. Well, I appreciate you taking a second look. All right then. Let me know how it goes. I'll keep an eye on myself, but here's hoping they just left.
Right. I'd best get going now. I have a few things to take care of.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, you can take that coffee with you. You'll probably be back again at some point anyway.
I'll bring the mug back, or cup, or whatever.
It's a mug. You can tell because it has that little handle on it.
It's a bowl.
God
Quite
damn it.
common in my first language.
It's a bowl.
Oh my fucking god.
Oh my fucking god.
And break.
Yep.
Yeah. Fucking, how did we bring it back to that?
I can't believe we did. That's...
I was waiting. As soon as you talked about coffee.
Oh, man.
I will die on that hill.
I'm getting
It's
that.
a bad hill to
Yeah,
die
you
on.
will.
Find better hills.
And we'll put you in a bowl and bury you in it.
What kind of bowl?
Looks
the
oddly like
kind that
it looks like coffee
you know,
mug.
the kind that like the kind of bowl that's like lined with like cushions and you bury people in.
It's a convex bowl actually, so it just hurts your back.
It's got that big lid on it.
Oh, I like that kind of bowl. Use my cereal out of there.
Good God. All right, with that, I'm going to go ahead and mute them, and we're going to go on break, guys. As usual, there we go. I hope you all enjoyed, and if you want to see more, that's as easy as tuning into part 2, which should already be live by the time you finish this if you're watching it just as it comes out. If you're not, well, then it's out anyway, and do enjoy. And if you want to see more of this kind of stuff, or see other stuff I do in Dungeons & Dragons 5e, be it, you know, other homebrews and stuff like that, I have playlists upon playlists of that kind of stuff for you guys' viewing enjoyment, so hey, be sure to check those out. And God willing, soon I'll have my own homebrew up sooner or later when I have a group together. That all said, once again, thank you all for watching, and we'll see you soon in part 2.